Ruba is here. She is a Dallas native.
Well, I am. Well, I'm in Fort Worth right now, but I'm going back to Dallas. But I've been in Dallas for like 20 years now.
Okay.
It's a long story,
She's
so.
been in Dallas for 20 years.
Uh-huh.
My friends over here, think the person to sit next to you that's going to help you be successful. Not somebody you're going to be tempted to talk to the whole time.
Yeah. She's my friend. She's just.
Right. Pick somebody that's going to
Okay.
help you be successful. So not somebody that's going to want you to be successful. So Sister Ruba, oh, Isaac here, please. Sister Ruba has a nonprofit organization that helps our people in Dallas who are in need. She helps people who are called refugees. Do you know what a refugee is?
No.
Or describe something about a refugee?
I know it's not about it.
Ah, the real thing is something you want to share. My friend over here, do you know what a refugee is? Tell me. Okay, so a person who left their home country and it wasn't their something maybe chaotic or was going on in their country and they were forced to leave. So I want you to think about your house right now, and you have your books and your clothes and your games and your comfort, everything is there. Imagine one day something happened and you were forced to leave the home with just the clothes on your back and nothing else. And you go to a new country, or maybe you don't speak the language. You don't know the traditions. Everybody seems foreign to you, right? So how are you gonna land on your feet and who's gonna help you? That's where Sister Ruba comes in. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, so her organization is here to help. She's gonna go ahead and give you guys a presentation all about aid.
Yeah. Do you want to close the door because there's so much, I'm gonna tell you the name of my
American
Islamic Diversity. That's right. That's the name of the organization. So Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sister Ruba and I am the chairwoman, like the boss of American Islamic Diversity. We started about 4 years ago to help those people who are newcomers. So now I want to ask you something. What does newcomer means?
American.
Newcomer. Think before you say something. Yes.
Friend.
Is that right? So what immigrant is?
People coming to other places for money.
Raise your hand. I have other people who want to speak. Yes,
Somebody came from a different country, to live here.
that's right. So anybody was born here? Anybody was born here?
I was born in Iowa.
Okay, so you are not immigrant, but anybody came from another country here? Anyone came from another country? Where
I came from
where
another
did you come from? India, mashallah. Where you come from?
Here.
India. Where you come from?
Bangladesh.
Is that what I said? Okay, yeah. I come from Jordan. That's where I come from. Yeah. So my husband come from Egypt. So he's an immigrant. So anyone who comes from another country is called, is called an immigrant. Now here's the thing that sometimes we go to some places, to some people's home, and we see that they act different than us. So for example, one of the things that we see is that people, I know that many of you this is something normal because their parents are used to it. All right. But some people, hold on, hold on. Okay. Raise your hand respectful. Okay, wait until I finish. All right. All right. So what happened is we need some people they use their hands to eat, and some other people who are lived here for a long time and they're not used to it. They look at this as just something disgusting or this is something gross, right? So this is what makes people different is by their own culture and how they do things in their life. Yes, sir.
Is that furry?
I don't know. I just put, okay, so now newcomer. We have what you said, immigrant, and that's a good thing. The other thing is about the immigrant is many of these immigrants, they speak multiple languages, right? So the ones from India, what language do you speak?
Indian.
Indian? Hindi? Hindi, okay. Do you speak other language other than Hindi? And English? Huh? Arabic? Okay, because you read the Quran, that's nice, mashallah. Yeah. Telugu, is that also in India or which country? Okay, what about from Bangladesh, what do you speak? Bangla? Is that what it's called? Bangla, okay. Anybody speak other than Hindi or what do you speak?
Okay.
Urdu?
Yeah, I
Nice.
speak gibberish.
Yeah, okay, I speak Arabic, right? Okay, I speak a little Urdu, may Urdu nahi bol sakti, that's all I know. Yeah, all right. So, by the way, most of the people who speak more than one language, they are very smart. And so I understand that most of you over here speak more than one language,
I don't.
right? Okay, and so they have different culture. And now I'm going to the next one. I want you to tell me, what's your name over there? What's your name? Like, they tell me what culture means.
Culture is culture.
Okay. Anybody can tell me? So speak something, please, that is meaningful. Don't just say stuff because it just like it seems cool and everything, okay? Yes.
Like the way you live your life, like the way you eat.
Very good.
Traditions, like traditions.
Very good. That's right. What's your name?
Well,
Waldah. Where are you from?
possibly.
Palestine. So you speak Arabic?
Oh,
Were you born here?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
My
Okay.
family's from.
Oh, okay, mashallah. Yes, okay. So what else? What culture is? Who can tell me?
A way of life.
The way of life, very nice. Okay, so what are the things that people do in their culture? Yes,
That's a religion.
the religion, that's right. Yeah, some people, they follow different religion because that's how they are raised. Not because they really think about it if it's the truth or not. Many of them like that, like the Hindu, like the Buddhists, or even some Muslims, they're like, oh, I'm Muslim because my parents are Muslims. Because they don't want to think, right?
Is this in your class or is this a one day thing?
It's a one day thing. Yeah, it's just a class. Okay, what else? What about the food that we eat, right? Each culture, they have a different type of food, right? What about the clothing that we dress, right? So that's what makes a culture different than each other, right? So the language, as we said before, the religion, the food and drink, traditions and customs. For example, if someone, let's say in Palestine or in Jordan, like if someone wants to get married, right? So the family of the groom, they go to the family of the bride and they ask for her hand, right? And they have to drink certain type of coffee. So that's called custom, like the way of doing things, as a culture, as a group, right? Okay, jokes. Some jokes in probably Urdu we don't understand in English when we try to translate it. It would be like really weird, right? And same thing also for English people or American people, they try to make jokes, and when we try to translate to Arabic or in Hindi, for example, they don't understand, like doesn't make any sense, right? Some clothes and dressing, right? So the culture also has to do with the way that we dress. I'm wearing right now the Palestinian. This is the Palestinian clothes, right? Yeah. All right. What else? Childbearing method. The parents, like how the parents actually raise their children. Each person, is it like, for example, in China, once the baby is born, they wrap him or wrap her up like really, really tight. Okay, so they have their own way of doing things. What else? Folk art, like for example, the dances, the singing. Okay, they have different types of singing and words that they say. Celebrations. Yeah, each country has its own celebration. Each culture has its own celebration. Manners, right? So we know like the Chinese or the Japanese, when they are, greeting each other, they have to bow down, right? So that's a culture. Okay, working schedule. Some people, for example, in Egypt, they don't like to wake up early. So they start their work around like 10 or 12 o'clock and they don't finish until midnight. While here in America and Europe, they like to start their work from 8 o'clock and then they finish around 4 or 5 o'clock. Okay, so that's a culture. Each person has a different, like the Hispanic people from Mexico, they like to mix between work and fun. So they take long breaks while they're doing work. So they start from the morning, but sometimes they don't finish at night because they take longer breaks. That's why. Okay, so that's a culture, right? So now, if I was a person who is an immigrant, right, and I went to another country that is totally different than what I'm used to. So what are some of the countries that you would love to go and visit? Yes,
Us. Paris. I'm a France, yeah.
what's that?
France.
France? You wanna go to France? Okay. So France, they speak what language? French. Anybody knows French here? Okay, so nobody. So yeah, that's the thing. Now that's a good example. If I go to France and then my parents put me in school, right? And then I'm sitting over there and all the kids around are speaking French, right? So if I started school in a new country tomorrow, how would I feel? Who can tell me?
feel good. I feel like I wasn't a citizen.
Right, you don't fit in, right? Very good. Nervous, that's right. That's one of the things. It's very nervous, right? I would feel shy, right? I'd feel scared. I would feel intimidated, right? This is a new country for me, and I may not like it. And that's how many of these immigrants that they come here, they don't come by choice because they are refugees. They come from war zones. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you the story of a Syrian family that they came back in 2011. Okay, when what we call is called the Arab Spring, they call it, where everybody was like, protesting against the bad regime, and it was Bashar al-Assad at that time. He was the president there, and he started killing children and killing people with like sarin gas. It was very bad, and I'm sorry that I'm using some graphics over here. That means like I'm using some words that it may be a little bit scary, okay? And a lot of people died. And because of that, many of these families had to flee. Flee means like escape or run away from their home, Syria, and go all the way to Jordan or Turkey or Egypt. And they didn't have any place to stay. So in Jordan, for example, they brought some tents for them and they were living under the tents when it's so cold outside. Now, right now, if you go at night, it's very cold. You have to wear a jacket. And just imagine in Jordan, it's even colder over there, and it rains a lot too. So just imagine that you're sitting in a tent and it's raining, it's all muddy. I can show you some pictures, but it's not really appropriate for your age, inshallah. You can ask your parents if they want to show you too. And it's very, very scary by themselves. And then they had to wait for about 10 to 12 years because Trump closed the borders for about 8 years, and no one could flee from Jordan to come to the United States as an immigrant. And in Jordan, they don't have a lot of money that they can feed everybody and they can give like everybody homes and so on. So they were trying to help as much as they can, but they couldn't. Same thing also in Bangladesh, a lot of Burmese that they go over there. And they had to stay there for about 10, 12 years until they got the immigration paper so they can come over here to the United States. So many of them, they did not go to school, or if they went to school, they just finished till 5, 6, or even 7th grade, because after the 7th grade, their parents, they push them out to go and find a job because they don't have any money or anything to eat. And they come over here, they cannot read Arabic or English. Of course, many of them, they speak Arabic and they read Arabic, but many of them, they don't, okay? And so when they come into the schools and so on, they feel it's not their home. They feel scared. They feel something different, right? I know some of them, they would be so happy to be here, but at the same time, many of them, they have left their family, like their aunts, their uncles, their grandma, and so on, still in Jordan or in Syria. And many of them were killed also in war. So it's very hard as an immigrant, especially if he's or she's an asylum that means a refugee, to find a place to fit in. It takes about 3 to 5 years until they actually feel that it is home. All right. Now, a classmate. Now, what if a refugee came or a newcomer came? And they just came yesterday or a week ago, and they are joining our class here. How would you like them to feel? Yes.
They feel like they need something that other people like they fit in.
That's right. So you want them to fit in. What would you do to make them fit in and make them happy? What? Yes.
Become friends with them.
Become friend with them. Very good. Yes. What else?
Oh, play with them at recess.
Yes, very good. Play with them.
Yeah. Tell them like the schedule around here, like give them some food to eat if they didn't bring any lunch on the first day.
Oh, very good. Bring them some food. You can sit next to them in the cafeteria if it's like in a regular school and so on, right? Very good, mashallah. I'm so proud of you. Yes, okay. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير. Okay, listen to this. O mankind, indeed we have created you from male and female and made you peoples and tribes. Different people, different, people groups and tribes that you may know one another. Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of God is the Arab people. Does it say that? Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of God is the Bengali people, is the Indian people, is the Pakistani people. What does it say?
Most righteous
What does most righteous means? I need someone who does not. You already said something. I want someone. What does most righteous mean?
What?
Righteous from right. What does that mean? Yes.
It means like being and then like you know what you're doing, like you're fasting, you're praying all 5 your losses, rather than just like saying you're Muslim, not fasting and not praying.
Very good. That's about your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can you be also righteous with other people?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I like speaking a lot.
To do the right thing. To do the right thing. So what does righteous mean?
It means to do the right.
Very good. Yes, to do the right thing. And to do the right thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be pleased with it. So that's it. So it doesn't matter which color you are, if you're white or black. It doesn't matter which country you come from. It doesn't matter any of that. In the sight of Allah, what really matters is who you are and what you do. Okay? And your relationship with Allah. That's what it means. Alright, now true or false? Guys, let's see. I want you true. No, listen. You're not going to say true or false to me. You're going to use your thumbs. True or false? All right, are you ready? All right, guys, are you ready? Listen.
I'm doing false. Can I get your
All newcomers speak the same language.
false?
Don't say false. Just I want to see thumbs. That's all. Okay? All right, that's right. False. All right. Listen. If someone has an accent, they don't understand school subjects. That's right. So accent doesn't mean that they don't understand or they're stupid, but that means they just speak differently than us. Okay, the way of speaking. Very good. Okay. Shh. It's rude to ask someone how to pronounce their name. Now that's a hard one.
It's true. It's true.
Actually, it is false. It is good that you ask respectfully to say, okay, because some names are very hard to pronounce. Like, for example, my last name.
Azia.
Okay, so for example, my name is Qawar, my last name. Many people in America here, they don't know how to spell the Qaf and Ayn. Okay?
Oh.
Qawar, yes.
Oh.
So some people they say, well, how do you spell your name? How do you pronounce your name? So it's good to tell them my name is Kaw. You can call it Kawar, for example. Okay. Some people they are like the other day I was talking to a brother, his name is Fazl.
Oh yeah.
And I told brother Fazl and I wrote Fa Zay Lam in Arabic. And he said, no, it's my name is Fadl. But this is how we say it in our accent. So it's good to ask a person, how would you like your name to be pronounced? Okay.
Me.
Yes.
Like sometimes the announcer on my football games, he says the Kalia Hassan.
Okay, see, sometimes like, because they don't pronounce correct. So you can go and tell them, okay, brother or sister, please pronounce my name this way.
Yeah.
That's
The
all.
coffee, the coffee has to
Okay.
go for sure.
So it's false. That's one, are you ready? Right? Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, that's one. Helping a newcomer means doing their work for them.
Yes.
It's actually false.
Yeah. So long.
You don't help them by doing the homework,
Yes,
but you can direct them to do the home. You know what's the difference between helping by doing the whole work or by directing them to do the work? Okay? So you can show them how to do it, but don't do it for them. Because they need to learn too. If you do all the work for them, then how are they going to learn? Right? So you can help them out to do the work. Okay. Now, what would you do? And I need all of you raise your hand. Don't be speaking, okay? Don't speak over each other. Let's say you are in the cafeteria. Oh. Sorry. All right, going once. Bad boy. I'm just like, but I don't beer.
Why did that chicken nugget look bad? Why did that kid have beer? Yeah. And why is that? I ran out of food. She's like, look at her.
Sorry about that. Okay. One, two, three.
Alien. It's like this.
Okay, pay attention. Now you are in the cafeteria, and what happened is a newcomer is looking for a seat. What can you say or do? Raise your hand only. Come on, sister. What do you do? Yeah, you, brother, you.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
give them a seat, like let them sit if you want.
Very good. Yes. Introduce yourself and sit next to them. Very good.
Oh, I know.
Why? Because the Prophet ﷺ said, none of you truly believe unless you wish to your neighbor what you wish to yourself. You know what they call this in the word? They call it the golden rule.
Makes sense.
You know what the golden rule
Oh, I know,
is?
I know. Me.
Yes.
Okay, it's treat others how you want to be treated.
That's right. Treat others like you
Yeah.
want to be treated. That's right. So yes, if you want to be treated nicely, then you need to be nice with other people. And that's what and you know what? Almost every person who is not a Muslim, they tell you about the golden rule, and it is originally from the teaching of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. A newcomer seems quiet during planning. Okay, now the group. Now let's say that you were in a group project, right, at school. And then a newcomer seems quiet during planning. How do you include them in roles? Read this question again. And I'm going to change this.
I like talking.
Next to you.
Yeah. I like talking. What is that?
Come sit with me. Come sit.
Why do you have shorts
I'm
on?
saying, oh, you're staying here. You go sit over there.
Why do you have shorts
Right
on?
here. And if you keep talking to other people, I'm gonna let you sit over there by yourself.
Why do you have shorts on?
Okay? All right.
Now, why do you have shorts on, baby?
Okay, who can answer on this question?
Me.
Other than you, I want the one with the blue with the name.
What?
Yes, read the question. A newcomer seems quiet during planning. How do you include them in roles?
Tell them to be successful. Do something.
Okay, a newcomer seems quiet during planning. How do you include them in roles? Yes. Right, very good. Ask them questions like, what do you think? What do you think we should do in this project? Okay, ask questions and let them answer. Very good. Just like I'm doing right now.
Good boy.
The Prophet, what I say, he said, all of you are guardians and are responsible for your words. The ruler is a guardian and responsible for his subjects. The man is a guardian and responsible for his family. The woman is a guardian and responsible for her husband. and house and his offspring.
You're my.
And so all of you are guardians and are responsible for your words. So if you are in a group project, okay, if you are, I'll give it to you after class. Thank you. Okay, if you're in a group project, right? So you are responsible to help other people getting engaged in the class. Okay, now, so support the person, stand with them and say, do you want to sit with us? All right. Now, what would you do if you are in PE or in the team game?
Oh,
All right.
I feel athletics. I don't do.
Rules are unfamiliar. Listen to the question. Rules are unfamiliar to the newcomer. How do you explain and encourage participation? Yes.
So like when we're in peanut butter, I can tell them how to do like the what's it called what's the thing that
How to play the game.
Oh, yeah. Second. Okay, sorry.
Warm up.
Right knee down, left knee down, arms focus backwards. You ready, stretch?
So stretching, are you warming up? Warming up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so how to warm up? Very good. Okay, what we're talking about again now, we're about to start a game as two teams in, like, let's say basketball or dodgeball or whatever. Okay, and there is this kid who comes from another country, he doesn't know anything about the dodgeball. It's an American game. So how would you explain? What would you do?
Me.
Yes.
I would tell them like so there's two teams and like you have to run for the ball and you try to dodge.
So you tell the rules, right? Yeah.
Just English.
Okay, so you tell them
Just
to follow
we
me.
speak Chinese.
You can tell them to follow me.
Say them.
Okay, and then let them follow. Okay.
Throw a ball at someone.
Okay, here we go. So, all right. So
Throw your ball at someone.
the prophets. Okay, said what? The relationship of the believer with another believer is like the bricks of a building, each strengthen the other. He illustrated this by interlacing the fingers of both his hands. So the Prophet also, when he's saying this hadith, he was saying this. Okay, what is this symbol? Demonstrate. Yeah, okay, what does that symbol demonstrate? What? Connected. Together, that's right. That means we are all connected and together. Okay, so guys, I'm almost done. Listen.
Let's see.
I'm almost done. This is the last question. Tell a trusted adult if unkind behavior. Okay, well, I don't know. There is something going on here. This is not right. All of them are like mixed up. Okay, now we are in a hallway or bus. Listen, and you are standing waiting for the bus to come and take you to school or going back to home, right? You overhear someone mocking an accent.
Oh,
like someone.
I know what I would do.
Although you already said so many things, I want someone who did not. I want the one with the black shirt right there sitting by himself. Okay.
Say me.
So you overhear someone mocking an accent. How do you respond safely?
Say you're not.
Without safely, that means without going and fighting with them.
Okay.
Tell them to stop.
Huh?
Tell them to stop.
Tell them to stop. Very good.
Say you're not 6'7".
Okay, what else?
Say that.
What's
That
the
was
answer?
not tough.
Shh. Yes, the one with the maroon shirt. Yes, what would you say?
That's not really cool. You shouldn't do that.
Yes, you shouldn't do that. Okay, if the person continues doing it, what would you do?
Eliminate that.
Okay, ignore them. And what else you
I
can do?
do. Eliminate.
Tell the teacher. Tell
No,
someone.
I understand.
Right, so if that happens, okay, what do we do? Tell a trusted adult if unkind behavior continues, right? Okay, now why? Because the messenger of Allah. Okay, said, if anyone relieves a Muslim believer from one of the hardships of this worldly life, Allah will relieve him of one of the hardships of the day of resurrection. Guys, I want you to pay attention. Also, he said, if anyone makes it easy for the one who is indebted to him while finding it difficult to repay, Allah will make it easy for him in this worldly life and in the hereafter. Also, he said, and if anyone conceals the faults of a Muslim, Allah will conceal his faults in this world and the hereafter. And he said, Allah helps his slave as long as he helps his brother or sister. So if anyone help another brother or sister, okay, and make it easy for him, Allah will make it easy for you too, right? Have you heard about this? Have you heard about the hadith? It says like who man la yurham means whoever is not merciful with people, Allah will not be very merciful with them. Okay. So we should help each other and be merciful with each other. So what would you do? E. Engage in the group. Okay, that job isn't quite. Let's focus on the project as you said. Okay, so you are in an online class chat. How anybody is doing homeschooling here? No, when I talking about. Okay, anybody doing online classes?
No, I'm
Sometimes you do online. Okay, well, you do online. All right. One other thing, when you play games, do you actually talk to each other?
Yes.
So, by the way, I just want to let you know something cool. What I do for a living, I'm a 3D modeler and animator for games.
Really?
Whoa! And so I'm gonna tell you about what I do after we finish. All right, so you be quiet so I can tell you everything. All right. All right. So someone posts a joke about newcomers' lunch. What's a better choice? You already spoke. I need someone who did not participate. You did not participate. Someone.
So you dislike it?
Yes. And what? Yes. No. Okay. How would you tell them respectfully to stop? What would you say to them? Yes.
I would say like that's not nice and you can't do it because your lunch is fine.
Yes.
And if you keep doing it for spoken teachers.
That's right. You call someone adult. Yes.
You tell them not to use technology because posting stuff on like Instagram or Facebook is not like
It's not good.
appropriate for children at that age.
That's right. And not only that, also you can block them. If they continue doing that, just block them. You don't actually have to engage in any of this conversation. Very good. So why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Furqan, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم والذين يقولون ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين وَجَعَلْنَا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and those who say, our Lord, grant us from among our wives and offspring comfort to our eyes, and make us an example for the righteous. So now, I have to be an example. I have to be a role model. All right? So if you see something, a bad behavior happening, I should be the one stopping it and refrain from it, not engage in doing it, not to say, oh, it's cool, let's just go ahead and do it together. Okay? This is how I will be a role model. This is how I will be a leader. This is how I will be a strong Muslim. I want everyone to see me as a proud Muslim. Okay? As a proud Muslim. And so this is how would you help other people? By P. Pivot the moment, change the subject, invite into activity, move seats if needed, and so on. So you don't have to be engaged with the wrong actions, right? So from what we learned, 4 things. S, support the person. S, support the person. And all the answers that you did were amazing answers, and you can actually do them. So if someone is new, you can sit next to them. You can get them engaged in the games, in the projects, and so on. T, tell a trusted adult if unkind behavior continues. Okay, ST, and then engage the group. So you have to be the leader and role model. And if you see anyone is shy or that they are afraid or scared, get them engaged. Be a friend, just like Brother Yusuf said. pivot the moment, be the leader. So STEP, what is this word?
Step.
Step. Take a step forward. Take a step forward and be the change. All right. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my organization. We have every month a food pantry, and we get big pallets of food from the Northeast. Like, we get some cans, some dry food like pasta, rice, lentils, and so on. And what we do is we put them in smaller boxes, and then we go and take it and drop it at the houses of those people who are in need. We don't let them come to us and like we see in some other places where they have long line of cars and they come and beg for food. No, we go and take it to them to preserve their dignity. And you have the opportunity to help us out. So I think the Sister Shazia, she already sent the invitation for be a volunteer. So you can volunteer. And if you have any brothers who are older and they need some hours, like, volunteering hours, they can actually come and help us as well. And they will get the credit for it, right? Yeah, and this is not the only engagement that we have as volunteering to help the new people. Now Ramadan is coming, so we have also iftars. So you can actually donate food for them, making like food baskets. And we have also an Adha, we also give Adha, which is the food. We have also the toy distribution at the time of Eid. We have also at the time of school, back to school, and so on. And some people, they ask us for like, special things. Like, for example, some people, they want clothes. So we collect clothes for them. Some people, they just came into an apartment and the apartment is empty. They just signed the lease. So what we need, we help them in furnishing their home. So people give away furniture and like kitchen items and things like that. So people can get comfortable. Okay, anybody has any question? Okay, you wanna, okay, so I promised you after we're done to talk about what I do, right? So yes, I am a 3D modeler animator. I have almost 8 years experience in the entertaining industry, such as that I do games. One of the games that I actually was engaged making is called Resistance, and it's called now they changed the name, it's like called WW2. Talks about the World War II, and it's like it's a strategy and shooting game. And you can find it on Steam. I don't know if it's commercially like that. Yes. Educational. Yes, and we do also educational games. Very good. Yes, I do actually educational games. And we are in the future, inshallah, we're going to have also in our organization like educational Islamic games. And we are about to start this month Quran classes online because it's very expensive for them to come to a school and pay, for example, $500 or $400 for their child to learn Arabic or Quran or anything like that. So now we're trying to make it as slow for them as possible so they can afford bringing their children to learn about Quran and Islam, because many of these parents, they come here and they did not have proper education about Islamic education, and they want their children to learn how to pray and how to learn how to read Quran. So we try to help them out. Yeah. Okay. Any other question? Yes.
What do you ever work on like any like popular games like on Apple or something like that?
No, I actually worked with Apple, but I was working in the AI industry, not with so we're doing, how the GPS, when you go on the GPS and you put an address and it will take you. So we did it in 3D. So now Apple is trying to make like a 3D kind of like a road GPS. So that's what I worked on.
So you can see the buildings that are.
Exactly. You can see the building and the trees and all
It's
these.
pretty hard to get the sense where the buildings are.
That's right. So what they did? They brought like a big, those small Google cars with like a 360 camera, and they have to go over all the roads of the world.
Oh, so it's like.
So I got to visit like all these images from all over the world. I was like in Europe. I didn't go in person, but you see all these images of the 360 and filter them out and doing things like that. So it was pretty cool working with that project. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the Tesla thing, like in Teslas, you can see all the.
Right, yeah, but they have like their camera is visible, so it's like a, you know, they put like a rod and then they put like the camera, it's like a ball and it keeps going around like a ball. It's pretty cool, yeah. I don't know, by the way, you probably can see, sometimes they don't tell you. Sometimes in Google, they tell you like, okay, Google is gonna visit this and this area. But most of the time they don't tell you, but you can see sometimes like a small car, like a small, not a Tesla, but it's like a Volkswagen car, you know, and a beating car is will be like driving and you will see this big ball on the top of it. So you know this is a Google car. Yeah.
And especially in Austin, they have those driverless cars there too.
Yeah, you see, yeah.
Are you guys, what do we say this is? But
You're welcome. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. جزاك الله خير. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's really a pleasure to see you. And maybe I will see you again, inshallah. Yeah. If you come volunteer, I'm sure that you will see me over there. By the way, we have an event coming this coming Saturday, inshallah. So I would love to see you helping out, inshallah. Yeah.
Are you guys still in partnership with Sister Ruby's organization, which is called AID, American Islamic, does anybody remember what D stand for?
Diversity.
Diversity, good. Okay, so
Right.
American Islamic Diversity, we're gonna do something called an SFO drive. Anybody have a